Okay, I've got the green on today because I want to talk about leafy greens and how important they are. You know, I say in many of my videos, what a fruitarian eats. And I have to get away from that because I'm not a fruitarian. I eat very high amounts of fruit, but I eat vegetables as well. I eat avocados, I eat nuts and seeds. And occasionally I'll have some hummus. You can make raw hummus, but sometimes I'll have the regular hummus with my leafy greens. And it's very important to get our leafy greens. Why? For heart health. Because leafy greens help with nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is very important because it improves blood flow and oxygen to every cell in our bodies. So, when I say fruitarian, I'm not a total fruitarian. I eat a lot of greens. I think they're extremely important. They're high in minerals. And this nitric oxide really helps our arteries, the blood vessels. It helps the blood to flow smoothly. Because if we're eating a lot of animal-based products, we're getting a lot of saturated fats. And saturated fats can injure the endothelial cells. That's the lining of our blood vessels and arteries. And when they get injured, then plaque starts to form. And it can take many, many years before you have a blockage. But it's safe to say that, most people, if you're on a high-fat diet, you are injuring yourself every day, and that plaque is growing. Okay, so, and don't be fooled by numbers that you may get from labs and tests, because if you watch the movie Forks Over Knives, you saw that doctor who had a major heart attack, but all his numbers were fine. But then when they did an angiogram on him, they found that he had a totally blocked artery. And he had the option. He could have had open heart surgery or follow Dr. Esselstyn's program of eating a plant-based diet. And it's kind of funny that now here's a doctor, and which one did he go with? He went with the diet. He didn't want open heart surgery, and I don't blame him one bit. That is extreme. Going to a plant-based diet is not. But to get back into the green, the leafy greens, it increases that nitric oxide, which can help heal damage. It can help reverse damage that you've done to these endothelial cells by eating processed junk with oils, again, fats, saturated fats, animal products. And so I eat greens, try and eat them every day. And lately I've been having them more for lunch. Big salad with either collard greens, Swiss chard, kale, romaine lettuce, red leaf, green leaf, whatever. And tomatoes, cucumbers, maybe some corn, and I may throw a little balsamic in there, or maybe a little hummus, and that might be my lunch. And then for dinner, again, I will have mainly fruit and maybe another small salad with some leafy greens. But we have to try and find our way and what works for us, because we all found the raw food diet at different stages in our life, and some of us were more injured than others, and some of us were born stronger than others. So we have to figure out what's working for us. And there's no question that a high fruit diet is essential for healing and for building as well, because there's plenty of protein in fruits, and for even building muscle. But the leafy greens are important, and I highly recommend that you get some every day or at least every other day. And, you know, all your leafy greens, you know, you can mix them, maybe put a little dressing on it. I like tahini with citrus and maybe some onion powder or garlic, something like that. But for heart health, it's very important that you get the leafy greens. And you get plenty of protein for building muscle. So, you know, I know a lot of people will see this video and they'll say, this guy is crazy. Look at him. He's skinny. He doesn't have any muscle. And he's talking about not eating animal products and eating leafy greens for protein. It does work. And I'm trying to show that you'll see as the years go on, I'm going to put on some bulk. The only way you put on bulk is resistance training. That's it. I know that I'm getting enough protein. I don't want inflated toxic water weight that looks like muscle. I don't want that. I want real muscle and I want real strength. So, yeah, don't be fooled by the numbers, because a lot of the people that will say, look at this video and say, that is nuts, that's crazy. I've seen people, and even now, people are having heart attacks at very young ages because people are born predisposed because their parents were on a high-fat diet. And now, from day one, they're on a high-fat diet. But it's usually young people who will, you know, look at this video and say, no, no way. But I've seen it happen so many times, 40s, 50s. That's late 40s, early 50s is when a high-fat diet really starts to show itself. Because you can go for years with plaque in your arteries and still get by, still function, and think you're doing fine and everything's normal. Just like that doctor whose numbers were fine, and he had a major heart attack. So I highly encourage you, if you're going to eat animal products, make it small amounts. Don't make it big amounts. Better off just to get off it, if you can. And leafy greens can help reverse and clean out your arteries. That nitric oxide, that's what you want flowing through there, and you get it from the leafy greens. All the best. Have a great one. First time here, please subscribe to the channel. I'm here to help. Any questions or comments, post those below. And please check out my website in the description box. Fruit up, baby, and green up also. Take care.